Hi, friends. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, 2020. What has been your favorite excellence lesson so far? What did you learn? I've been watching some of the excellence videos that Miss Weldon has been posting, that Mr. Jennings and Mr. Flores and Miss Hegwood have been posting, and they all look so fun. I want you to share your favorite one. I know my favorite one was the butterfly activity where Miss Weldon showed you two different ways to make a butterfly. It was so exciting getting some text from families and seeing how it turned out. I also really liked the the window of hope. It was really, really beautiful to see some friends decorate their windows and put really positive messages out there. I'm sure that was encouraging to your neighbors as well as they saw it. All right, don't forget to put it in the comments, your favorite excellence lesson so far. All right, go ahead, take a moment to come up with a goal for yourself for today. You might pick one like we've been doing before, or you can pick a couple. Now that we've gotten more familiar with our different goals that we could have, maybe it's time to start picking a few goals for yourself. So if you notice that you had a hard time with something and you didn't ask any questions or reach out to your teachers, maybe that's a goal that you can have for yourself. I know it can be a little awkward sometimes to text or FaceTime your teachers, but we are here to support you and help you. We want to hear if you have any questions or concerns. All right. So also, check in with yourself, see how you're feeling, see if you're ready to learn. I know whenever I'm feeling, kind of sad or upset or mad or angry, that's not the best learning environment for me. That's not the best mindset that I could be in. So if you're not feeling, if you're feeling a little upset or angry for whatever reason, no big deal. I want you to go ahead and make sure that you calm yourself down by doing breathing activities that we've practiced at school. And when you're ready, you can come back. All right, let's look at our objectives for today. I will be able to identify and practice spelling my sight words. I will be able to determine the meaning of my vocabulary words. This time you're going to be finding the antonyms of your vocabulary words, which you should be able to figure out easily since we practiced earlier this week. I will be able to define, identify, and use onomatopoeias in a poem. I know that my friends love working on onomatopoeias. Remember, they are words that make a sound or imitate a sound. So I know that we're going to have a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to continue our elements of poetry today. All right, let's do our sight word review. Sit up nice and straight. Make sure your hands are ready to dribble the letters. Let's start with light. The word is light. The word is get ready, go. L-I-G-H-T, light. Take it slow, get ready, go. L-I-G-H-T, light. The word is start. The word is get ready, go. S-T-A-R-T, start. One more time, get ready, go. S-T-A-R-T, start. The word is never. The word is get ready, go. N-E-V-E-R, never. One more time, get ready, go. The word is tree. The word is get ready, go. T-R-E-E, tree. One more time, get ready, go. The word is earth. The word is get ready, go. E-A-R-T-H, earth. One more time, get ready, go. E-A-R-T-H, earth. If you kept up with me the entire time, say go, go, me. All right, let's move on to our vocabulary. I'll exit out so you can see a little bit better. Remember, after Wednesday, I don't show the definitions anymore. You guys should be pretty familiar with it. So why don't you just take a moment to pause the video, review what drowsy, gasp, vanish, and mend mean. All right, are you ready? Did you pause it and review what those words mean? Remember, I don't put the I don't put the meanings on there anymore because you should be pretty familiar now. All right, so let's see what our directions say for us to do today. It says match the vocabulary word to its antonym. What does antonym mean? Antonym means, antonym means opposite. We know that we're looking for the opposite of this word. So what is the opposite of mend? Well, I know mend means what? Yeah, it means to fix something or repair something. So what is the opposite of it? Is it to roar? No, that doesn't make any sense. That's not the opposite of to fix something. Is it to appear? No, the opposite of fixing something isn't to appear. Is it to break? Yeah, the opposite of fixing something is breaking it. So we know that must be our answer, but let's double check our last one. awake. No, that doesn't make any sense. That's not the opposite of to fix. We know our answer is to break. The opposite of mend is broken or break. All right, let's do another one. Drowsy. On your own, determine the antonym of drowsy. Take your finger and draw an imaginary line to the antonym of drowsy. All right, I'm going to do it on my own now. Let's see if you're right. Did you get it? Say, oh, oh yeah. Yes. Let's do our next one, vanish. We know that vanish means to, yes, to appear, like how a magician, or to disappear. Sorry, we know that vanish means to disappear, like how a magician might make a rabbit disappear in a hat. So I want you to take your finger, draw an imaginary line to the antonym of vanished. I kind of already gave the answer away on accident. Is it right? Nice. All right, let's do our last one, gasp. Now we know gasp is to take a deep breath inside. You're shocked usually, or you're out of breath. And the really big point on here is that you're not able to talk. When you gasp, you're usually not able to talk. So what is the opposite of gasping? Yeah, the opposite would be roar. Like you're actually able to say something or do something. Say something. All right. Let's go over our objective for today. I will be able to define, identify, and use onomatopoeias in a poem. Onomatopoeias, like I mentioned before, are words that imitate a sound. So for example, boom, crash, zoom, clang. Onomatopoeias help readers that are reading the poem, they help readers understand what the sounds are supposed to be like. It helps with your visualization of what is happening in a story or a poem. That's called imagery, when you're using your different senses to imagine what is happening in a poem or in a story. Whenever you're using onomatopoeias, they help you imagine the sounds because they're words that imitate sounds. Do they help you imagine what things look like? Not so much, but they definitely help you imagine what things sound like. I have from over here one of my favorite books of poetry when I was growing up. It's called Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Attic in the Light, I think, is another one that I really enjoy. Parents, if you're looking for additional like poem practice, or if you're looking for fluency practice, these are great resources. These poems are great because there's a level of predictability in them, so they're able to practice reading like they're talking a little bit more. All right, I'm going to read one of these to you before we go into our I do. And you're going to identify some of the onomatopoeias in this. You're also going to help me understand how the onomatopoeias help us understand what's happening in the poem and imagine the sounds that we would hear. This is called the fourth. Oh, crash, my bash, it's bang the zang. Fourth whoosh of baroom, July woo. What words did you hear that were onomatopoeias? You can stop and start the video over a few seconds to hear it again if you need to. Pause the video, go over the words that you heard that were onomatopoeias. Remember, the words that imitate a sound. Are you ready? Yeah, I heard crash, bash, bang, zang, whoosh, and baroom. All those words imitate sounds. They make an actual sound. I know when I was reading that, it helped me imagine the sounds that I'm supposed to be hearing in my poem. And I was able to figure out that this poem is about 4th of July. I know it's called The 4th, and they mentioned July in it. And all these sounds like crash, bash, bang, zang, whoosh, and baroom, they're supposed to be helping me imagine the sounds that you hear at 4th of July. So what sounds do you think we're hearing in this poem? Yeah, we're probably hearing fireworks. That makes sense. We know it's about 4th of July. We're hearing bang, clash, all those sounds. It's kind of like fireworks, right? Let's look at our example over here, the roller coaster. Clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety, clickety, clackety. The roller coaster went up the track with a whoosh and a squeal. Down the smooth rails of steel, the roller coaster raced its way back. What words in this poem are onomatopoeias? Well, I see clickety clackety, clickety clackety. I think that those are supposed to be sounds I'm supposed to be imagining, and that makes sense because we know our title is called The Roller Coaster. Maybe those are sounds that you hear while you're riding on a roller coaster. The roller coaster went up the track with a whoosh. Ooh, what do you think is happening in the poem when you hear a whoosh? What do you think is happening when you hear a whoosh? Yeah, maybe they're going down a hill really fast. Whoosh, and a squeal. When you squeal, what is that? Yeah, it's like someone screaming, right? Down the smooth rails of steel, the roller coaster raced its way back. So, we were able to identify clickety clackety, whoosh, and squeal as onomatopoeias. They helped us imagine what sounds we're hearing in the story. And that's what onomatopoeias do. That's what they add to the poem. They help us imagine the sounds that we're supposed to be hearing. Let's do another one. Swish went the fish. Swish, swish, swish went the little goldfish as he swam around his bowl. Splash, splash, splish, splash went his fancy little tail because he was a happy little soul. Glub, glub, glub went the bubbles he blew as they floated up to the top. Smack, smack, smack went his tiny fish lips as he ate his flakes without a stop. All right, on your own, I want you to reread the poem again, and I want you to find all the onomatopoeias in this poem. Take a moment to pause the video and find all the onomatopoeias. Once you're done, you're going to think about what the onomatopoeias add to this poem. Remember, we just went over that before in our other slide. So think about what is being added to the poem. What is it helping you visualize or think about? Did you go over it? Did you pause it already? Did you find your onomatopoeias and see what they add to the poem? All right, let's go over it together. I heard swish, swish, swish. What do you think those sounds are supposed to be? Yeah, the goldfish swimming around in his bowl. And even says, went the little goldfish as he swam around in his bowl. We know it's him swimming around in his bowl. Splash, splish, splash. What is that supposed to be? Oh, it must be his tail moving back and forth. It even tells us what his fancy little tail. Glub, glub, glub. Those are more onomatopoeias that I'm hearing. Oh, those must be the bubbles that he's blowing. I know whenever I see a fish, like you kind of see them going like this. Can you do that too? Yeah, they're making a glub sound whenever they're doing that. Let's look at our next set of onomatopoeias. Smack, 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 went his tiny fishy lips. That must be when he's eating. He must be smack, smack, smacking. All right, now what stanzas, let's add on to what we learned yesterday. What stanzas do you see onomatopoeias in? So we know that this is stanza 1, 2, 3, and 4 because we're looking at groups of lines. Yes, I see 4 different stanzas where there are onomatopoeias. I see it on the first line of the first stanza. I see onomatopoeias on the first line of the second stanza. I see onomatopoeias on the first line of the third stanza. And I see onomatopoeias on the first line of the fourth stanza. If you were able to keep up with me and find all the onomatopoeias and tell me what the onomatopoeias add to the poem, give yourself an Oreo cheer, get ready, go. 1, 2, 3, slant. All right. Now, let's fill in the blank with the correct onomatopoeia. So, this poem is called Mom and Dad Are Home. Let's try to pick the correct onomatopoeia or the sound that imitates or the word that imitates sounds in our blank. Blank, go the car doors. Well, what sound would go there out of our word bank? Squeak, go the car doors? Maybe, it might squeak. Jiggle, go the car doors? The car doors make a jiggle sound? Slam, go the car doors? I'm feeling pretty good about that one. I know whenever I'm closing a door, or closing the car doors, it's usually like a slam sound. Thump, thump is more of like a knocking sound. We usually don't knock on car doors. Or jangle went the car doors. I'm not so sure. I'm stuck between slam and squeak. I know for now, since I'm not for sure, I'm just going to go ahead and pick one of them, and I can figure it out in a little bit, all right? So I'm going to pick slam, but we can always go back and change our answer, right? Blank, go the house keys. What sound do house keys make? Do they make a squeak sound? No. Do they make a jiggle sound? They can. Do they make a slam sound? No. Do they make a thump sound like you knocking? No. Does it make a jangle sound? Maybe. I think we can go ahead and put jiggle for now, or jangle for now. Kind of like a jingling sound. Whenever you're messing with your keys, it kind of like jingles or jiggles. Blank go the keys in the door. Does it squeak when it goes in the door? No, but I do know that when doors open, they can squeak, but we're talking about the keys going in the door. Jiggle, they could jiggle. Slam, could it slam? No. Could it thump? No. Could it jingle? Maybe. I think that we could either put jiggle or jingle in either of these two spots because it would both make sense, right? So they're talking about keys and the sound that they both can make a jiggle and a jingle. So I think it's fine either way, whichever one you want to put. All right. Blank goes the front door. Let's look and see. Squeak goes the front door. Well, we do know that sometimes when we open the door, it could squeak. Does it thump? Does it knock? No, not really. It doesn't make like a knocking sound like you're running up and down or knocking on something. So let's go with squeak. Squeak goes the front door. Blank, that is me running down the stairs. Does it sound like you squeak when you go down the stairs? No. Does it sound like you jiggle or slam when you go down the stairs? No. Does it sound like you're thumping? Yeah, kind of. I know sometimes whenever we hear the word thumping, it can be knocking, it can mean running, or sometimes I think of like a little bunny kind of bouncing around, like making a thumping sound. So I think thump makes sense. Now, am I done? No, I have to reread it and make sure not only does it sound right, but it also makes sense. So let's read it together. Read it with me. Slam, go the car doors. Jangle, go the house keys. Jiggle, go the keys in the door. Squeak, goes the front door. Thump, that is me running down the stairs. Guess what? Mom and Dad are home. Do you think it sounds right? I think so too. If you got it right, say go, go me. All right, so what is an onomatopoeia again? Yeah, onomatopoeias are words that make a sound or imitate a sound. What do onomatopoeias add to a poem? Yeah, they help you imagine the sounds that you're supposed to be hearing. It's part of imagery. What you hear is one of your five senses. It helps you imagine what you're supposed to be hearing in the poem, and it can help you determine what's actually happening in your poem as well, just like we did with our 4th of July poem and the roller coaster poem. All right, there's no guided practice today. Make sure you complete your Please Do Now and your exit ticket. After you're done, feel free to log into Lexia or read a story for 30 minutes. See you guys later.